Hi guys, and welcome to Saved by the Tale. I wanted to just talk today about my experiences so far as a new YouTuber. So I'm not the biggest YouTuber. I mean, you look at my subscribers and it's pathetic at the moment. I mean, at the moment I currently sit at I think 5, and that is, you know, my husband, my sister-in-law, my sister, my brother, and I think maybe my mother-in-law. 5. I mean, it's a bit pathetic. But there's a lot of videos out there at the moment about, oh, this is how I made 1,000 subscribers. This is how I blew up. And I'm watching them and I'm like, great, you've got great tips. I mean, overall, it's all the same stuff. But I'm not seeing where these people started. I just wanted to document the things I've found so far. And I mean, I've only been doing this a week and already my head is just like, this is a lot. So I hope that this video just sort of covers off and answers a few things I've been researching. I just hope it helps another small YouTuber to just get a few tips on how to start. So the first thing I noticed is the first time I uploaded a video, it only uploaded to 360. Now that quality, if you've ever seen 360, it was so blurry. So I needed to fix that. So I Googled it and the answers weren't that useful overall. But what you need to do and what you need to understand is there are a lot of people uploading YouTube videos, right? So you imagine that YouTube servers are trying to process loads of people just pushing loads and loads of videos at it at once. Sometimes maybe YouTube just has had enough, so they just turn around and say, hey, no, you're going to stay at a low quality. Now, even though you've set it to 1080, even though you've set it to that and you've uploaded it as that, YouTube, for some bizarre reason, will just upload you to 360. The easiest thing you can do is to take that video down and start again. So I did this with my first video. It loaded at 360 and I said to my husband, we'll just wait. Like, it's fine. Everyone on YouTube says it takes a couple of hours and then it processes. It had been like 2 days and it was still stuck at 360. And I didn't want my first video to be stuck at 360. So the first thing you need to do is take down that YouTube video and start again. The second thing you need to be aware of is how important thumbnails are. Now, a lot of YouTubers are saying this at the moment, and I agree with them. If you think about when you're on YouTube, you have to try and understand what a video is about from the small snippet of information that you're getting at the beginning, right? So initially when I uploaded my first YouTube video, it had me with some stupid face. It will just pull a random screenshot and your face is like, that's what my YouTube video apparently looked like in the search. So I noticed this quite quickly and I thought, right, I'm doing a video about bibs and my face is like, it's not going to sell it, is it? So I went back and I changed my thumbnail. And the way I did that is you need to go onto YouTube Studio and there's an app that you can use. Basically take a picture of what your main video is about and put that as your main screenshot. What that does is that tells people what your video is about. The third thing you need to take into consideration is the tags and the titles that you're using. So if you imagine you post this video up to YouTube, but you don't put any tags, you don't put what is about in the description, in the title, YouTube can't understand the content of your video, right? It's the same way Google works, it's the same way Bing works. So with the tags, I just go into your search bar, type what you think your video is about and see what comes up. See what other people are writing and see what videos that are ranking. See what they're calling themselves, see what they're putting in. But it's really important that you tag and you use the right keywords and you try to be found. Point number 4. So I mentioned that my first video uploaded at 360 and it was a blur and that went public. What I would advise you do, and what I'm doing now with all of my videos, is when you first upload your video, upload it as a private listing. The reason I say do that is because if it doesn't upload to the full quality, no one but you has seen your horrible thumbnail. Once you're happy with everything and you've fine-tuned it and you've done all that, then push it live. So I've saved myself so much pain by doing that with the next couple of videos. Tip number 5. So I initially started just by holding my phone. Now I've got a fairly steady hand, but the first video, when I look at it, like my lighting kept changing, when the light from the window had changed in that little brief moment. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to invest in a stand. I'm going to invest in something that stops this pathetic lighting and this pathetic attempt at YouTubing. So I've now bought myself this brand new stand. I will show you. is an all-purpose stand. So it's got a selfie stick, got a tripod. So you could actually have it as a stand, which I have it as at the moment, which is why, hey, I've got free hands. I can use both of them. So I would say buy yourself a stand. They don't cost very much. I think mine was about £12 on Amazon. So it's nothing really, especially if you're serious about becoming a regular YouTuber. Be natural. So my husband ripped into me a little bit when I did my first couple of videos, in that I get nervous, so I am being myself in these videos, but what you'll find is I might change the tone of my voice. So what I'm trying to do is pretend I'm just talking to like a friend or something in these videos going forward. So hopefully it will get better, but don't try to be one of these like extroverted YouTubers that's always like, hey guys, I'm here on YouTube, welcome to my channel, because no one talks like that in real life. It's just not done, is it? You're being yourself, and if people aren't watching, then they aren't your viewers. Think about your content. So you want to talk about things that people actually want to see. You don't want to be YouTubing about like the most boring thing in the world. I remember when Facebook went live and I had this friend and he used to just literally be like, I am eating an apple. I have cooked myself dinner. So what? Like, well done. Like, I didn't need you to update your status and tell me that. So that's what you need to be thinking. You need to be thinking like, is someone going to watch this? Like, am I interesting to anyone? If you're interesting to one person, fine, make the content. But tip number 8. So I started doing the usual typical research where you start going, oh, what are the main YouTubers using? What software are they using? What are they editing with? And I looked at those programs and I downloaded a lot of them. And I just thought, I don't understand. So when I opened that program, I just was hit with a massive confusion and panic that I don't know how they do this. Stay simple with your first program that you use. So I'm now using InShot, which is actually quite simple. I mean, there are no fancy smancy terms. Well, I actually was introduced to it by my sister-in-law, so thank you. Shout out to you. But it's really useful because you can just add music. You can easily take off the sounds of things that are wrong. You can crop things, and it's all really, really easy to do. The only like downside I've found so far is I'm using it on my phone and I've got quite fat fingers, so trying to crop things can be a bit challenging at times because my chubby fingers just end up like zooming things back together that I don't want them to. Tip number 9 is don't get hung up on stats. I was guilty of this actually. When I first uploaded my first 2 videos, I just kept looking at the YouTube Studio app and I was like, oh my gosh, I've got five views. I'm so excited, 5 views. Those 5 views were just like my husband, my sister-in-law, my mother-in-law, and my niece, who actually, shout out to you, Hyam, you are my best subscriber. But at the moment, I'm still small. And your views are not going to suddenly jump overnight. You watch all these YouTubers and you're like, oh yeah, they've just started blogging and they must just like have just made it straight away. You will not make it straight away, but you should enjoy doing it just for the fun of creating YouTube videos. Eventually, hopefully we'll all get there, but you need to stop focusing on the stats. You'll drive yourself crazy. And my last tip, and this is a depressing one, as a new YouTuber, you might get excited by suddenly you've got a comment on your videos from someone that you don't know, and you're like, wow, someone's found me. Now I've had 2 of these scenarios. One was from an account I think called Liam, the other one I can't remember the name of, but they always say something along the lines of, I've had, oh, fantastic editing, where did you get your editing skills from? Let's connect. The other one was like, oh, great job, let's be friends. If you ever get any comments that are in this format, I'm sorry to inform you, but this is a bot. And I had to research this because I genuinely was like excited too. Very sad to come to the realization that actually a bot has commented. Done a bit of digging on these bots, and my advice to you is delete that comment. So what you need to do is you need to go to the 3 little dots, you need to report that comment, and then you need to delete it, mark it as spam. What you should not do is to go and subscribe to them. And the reason you shouldn't do that is because some nobody has decided to create some hacking program. So do not go and subscribe to them because you're opening yourself up to some fraudulent activity. So if they're ever in the format of, oh, this is amazing, let's be friends, or something along those lines, I'm sorry to disappoint you because I was disappointed too, but it's a bot. They are my top tips that I've found so far from my New life in YouTube. I will update these with more as I do more videos. I'm hoping that I'll learn a bit more and I'll be able to share that knowledge with you from a genuine journey as a new YouTuber. I don't want to be one of these people that's going to do those clickbait 10,000 subscribers, here's how I made it. I'd rather just like let you follow on my journey with me, and I'll learn as I go and you'll learn hopefully. And if you like post things like this on yours, I'd love to watch them just to get tips as a new YouTuber, because I'd like this to take off just so that I stop juggling multiple hats, which if anyone in lockdown has experienced this part-time, you'll know how I feel. Like trying to do conference calls with a baby is like really hard, especially when there's like two professionals at home both trying to juggle doing conference calls with external partners and you've got a child. It's very difficult in the middle of trying to have a serious conversation with a client about their performance. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you again soon. Please subscribe if you found it interesting. It'd be really good to have more people to talk to and know the sort of content that you'd like to see from our side. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now. I need to get a more serious end of video. Bye for now.